if there's going to be others who want to speak, if you want to come forward, there's some empty chairs here in the front. And
somebody leave their phone? Thanks, Beth. My name is Nicole Martinez. I'm the director of the Mesilla Valley Community of Hope. Good afternoon, Mr. Mayor, members of the council. Mr. Mayor, should I need it, could I have 1 more minute in case I can't cruise? Sure. I forgot my glasses, so my reading might be slow.
4 minutes, or okay.
Thank you.
I have to take that on the other end, so if you want to talk, with 3 minutes on there.
Understand. Okay. Thank you. I'd like to talk about Lavelle. This is Lavelle. His studio apartment at Desert Hope provided Lavelle with the longest period living indoors in many years, 11 months. He worked as an institutional cook at soup kitchens and homeless shelters around the United States, but at age 59, this work became too difficult for him. When he arrived at Camp Hope, he had no real income, and the staff helped him apply for Social Security disability and for his food stamps. Lavelle moved to Desert Hope last year and, in his own words, was very grateful for his apartment. He said he felt a new contentment for the first time in many years and hoped to remain at Desert Hope forever. Sadly, Lavelle died of natural causes a few months ago, but he spent the final year of his life safely sheltered and protected by his fellow residents of Desert Hope. He did not die homeless. I'm aware that you get weekly updates on the Desert Hope apartments at these Monday meetings from someone who does not live there, work there, or even live in the neighborhood, but I'd like to give our own update since we are there 5 days a week. There are 2 staff, you just met one, Sophia, who work on site with the residents, providing supportive services, connecting them with agencies such as Amador Health Center, who provide on-site medical screenings, FYI Plus, and their harm reduction programs, Casa de Peregrinos, and more. It so far has proved not too dangerous for our staff to be on site. We do continue to have issues with visitors to the property, and some of them arguably are also our clients. We used our seed money for Desert Hope to hire security, and we have offered to hire off-duty officers to help with the property, but have so far been unable to add that service. Insurance issues so far, but we still are willing to provide that. We send mano-a-mano and outreach staff to the entire neighborhood weekly, not just when we have meetings there, to the complex and surrounding areas where the unhoused visitors are leaving trash behind. But I think this gets to the bigger picture here. Besides providing an update, I wanted to speak against the false narratives we keep being subjected to. It's true that there are unhoused people in our community, and it's true that trash does get left behind. So it seems logical that if you want there to be less homeless people in your neighborhood, if you want less litter left behind, then let's get people indoors with their own trash cans. Let's provide more housing. If we leave people unhoused, then that means there will continue to be homeless people visiting Desert Hope because they have nowhere else to go. And we're not only seeing people experiencing homelessness in need of affordable housing, and affordable housing is not just homeless housing. We get calls all the time from people on fixed incomes who cannot afford their rents, veterans, seniors, families. We had several calls this year from students entering Burrell College of Medicine, Doña Ana Community College, and NMSU asking if we had room at Camp Hope because they could not find an affordable apartment. 421 veterans came to Community of Hope last year in need of help. How many more homeless veterans do we need to see in our community? I know this small attempt to this audience today will likely not stop the false narrative, might not change anyone's minds, but what I hope it does do is assure this community that we will speak up for those who continue to be silenced and continue to be misrepresented, intimidated, even harassed. We won't be swayed from doing the hard work, from finding real solutions and actually helping people, and we certainly won't stop housing people in need. Thank you.
Nicole, before you leave, I'm just going to ask you a question. Since you're here, since Judge Goldbaum is here, today's November 7th. If we go back 60 days to September 7th, how many times has Judge Goldbaum visited you?
Mr. How many more homeless veterans do we need to see in our community? stop the false narrative, might not change anyone's minds, but what I hope it does do is assure this community that we will speak up for those who continue to be silenced and continue to be misrepresented, intimidated, even harassed. We won't be swayed from doing the hard work.
Before you leave, I'm just going to ask you a question. Since you're here, since Judge Goldbaum is here, today's November 7th. If we go back 60 days to September 7th, how many times has Judge Goldbaum visited you?
Mr. Mayor, Judge Goldbaum has been to the Community of Hope one time in the last 7 months. Is that?
No, in the last 2 months.
In the last 2 months? Oh,
just one time.
I don't know that it was in the last 2 months.
Okay, all right, thank you.
But it was at least in the last.
I'm just trying to clarify something. So, okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. One last thing, may I approach the bench to drop off these cards that Councilor Flores asked for? That'd be all right.
I'll share them. I'll give them to our city clerk. Thank you, Nicole.
Okay, so that was 8th row.